Good morning, Kitchen Witches. Today is July 24th, Friday. Welcome to Friday. This is your tarot and menu inspiration for Friday. And I am Chef Lisa, editor-in-chief of A Chef's Grimoire magazine. Chef's Grimoire magazine. So we are going to shuffle the cards and we are going to pick one card, and that is going to be our inspiration, what to look out for today, as well as our menu plan, right? It's going to help us menu plan. So what is that card? Give 3 good shuffles. 1, 2, and we'll flip these. 3. All right. Ready? The 9 of Cups. The 9 of Cups is a minor arcana. Also, AKA, its nickname is called the Wish card, because when this card comes into any of your spreads in a tarot deck or a tarot reading, it means wishes will come true. It means a resounding yes to any question that you have. The Wish card. Why? Because, first of all, 9 in numerology is one step away from being a 10, and 10 is completion. 9 is usually the time where we know something, we know the ending is coming, and we're at the plateau of being able to look backwards to say, look at how far I've come. What do I need to nourish me to take the next step to finish this? So, many people said that 9s are endings, but they're really not. 10s are endings. Why? Because 10, 1 plus 0 equals 1. So we reach 10 and then we go back to 0, right? Just the way it is. It's a complete cycle. Everything is. And tarot is no exception. So the 9s, especially this card, because it's cups. And cups are linked to the element of water, which is our emotions. So this individual sitting here has their arms folded. They're seated very comfortably, very proud of themselves. They even are smiling. They're in an excellent position. They've probably worked very hard to get there, but we don't see that. All we see is the blue curtains behind him, the water or the floor that he's on is bright yellow, as well as the background, bright yellow. And the cups, all the golden cups stacked behind them. So it's really having enough, feeling a moment of saying, I've succeeded. I made it. I've gotten all that I wished for. And now the time has come for me to give back. Have you ever been in that place? Maybe you were in a coffee shop and there was a long line, and you know that the person behind you might have been having a bad day because you were online long enough to know everything about them. And maybe, you think of it and you say, you know what, I'm doing pretty well. I can afford $5. Let me buy them a coffee. Right? Makes you feel good, right? And you have that moment of this energy from the 9 of Cups where you can say, I have everything I need. Maybe this person needs something, and I'm going to give them just a little cheer today. And it feels good. So giving back, that's part of this card as well. Yeah. But really what it comes down to is that satisfaction. You worked hard, you got it. And the next step is only going to be amazing, because the next step will be the 10 in your life that brings you back to the beginning. But before that happens, take a little moment to look around and feel all the goodness that's within your life at the moment. Because it's going to change. But for this point in time, it's perfect. And it's a wish come true. So we're going to get this card today, yes? So we're going to think about all the things that we're grateful for, all the things that makes us happy, right? Brings us joy that, we know won't be there forever, but makes us present enough in that moment to just feel wonder, feel joy. Hold it in our heart. It's a beautiful, very simple card. But it's there to remind us that even in hard, dark times, everything changes. Everything. And that too will change and end, because it's cyclical, just like anything else. So maybe you're in it. Maybe you're at the 5 stage where you're in it and you have 6, 7, 8, and 9 to go before you reach completion. But know it's going to come. And yeah, this is the card you want, right? So if this card comes up in spreads, it's usually a resounding yes to any question that you're asking. Or it's things are going to look up, right? It's just a wonderful card. And all tarot readers love this card, love to see it, because it just, its meaning is just things are going to be better if they aren't already. And if they are, hold that within your heart. Think of it. I mean, all the things that you can remember from the time you were little till now. You don't remember the bad stuff. If you do, you do. But most people remember the good stuff. Remember how much fun they had. Oh, that song reminds me of when I did this. Oh, that smell reminds me of Grandma's kitchen on a Sunday. I mean, those are just emotionally tied, joyous moments. And they come far and few between. So when they do come, savor them. Yes, savor them. Sit there with your arms folded, grin on your face, and say, yeah, I remember that. Or, that is happening now. Now, if we bring the card into the kitchen, what meals would we make? Meals that satisfy, because we have nothing but satisfaction when we get this card. So we want meals that really satisfy us. For breakfast, how about an apple galette? A galette is nothing more than a pie that's free-form. The crust is on the bottom, and the sides, the crust is rolled out about 3 inches wider than the interior, the filling. And then you bring the sides up over the filling. So the filling is kind of exposed in this, or it is exposed in the center. And when it bakes, the filling can ooze over the sides of the crust that's been brought up around it. And it's a galette, which means it's hand-formed. So it's not supposed to be perfect, right? It's not a lattice top beautiful pie. It's just thrown together very quickly, and it is nothing but delicious. So get yourself some summer apples and cut them up. Toss them with a little sugar and baking powder, cornstarch. You don't want to do flour. I know sometimes people toss it with flour, but whenever that happens, I always find that the taste, I can taste the raw flour. So I like cornstarch better. You need something that's going to absorb a little bit of the juices so they don't run all over the place and make your pie crust soggy. So you toss it with a little sugar, the apples, the cornstarch, a little salt, and then pile them into a pie crust that you've either made yourself or store-bought, no problem. And then you roll that out to, again, 3 inches wider than the pile of apples that you have in there. And then you fold up the sides and you complete it. You can just fold it up and smash it in. It doesn't need to look beautiful. It's very rustic. And then it bakes until it's crispy and golden and gorgeous, right? You can egg wash it, sprinkle it with a little baking sugar, you know, that's the kind that's a little more large crystals, right? So they don't disintegrate in the baking process. And then they have a little crunch on the outside too. Yummy. Apple galette. Yum. For lunch, how about tripe tacos? Okay, before you say and turn this video off, if you've never had tripe tacos, you're in for a treat. They are delectable. I've never made them myself, I will say that. I go to a certain restaurant for them. It's a Mexican restaurant that has them on the menu all the time. I had them the first time. I didn't know what I was eating, and somebody told me what they were. And let me tell you, I left, I went home, and every day since, I've been craving those tacos. They're delicious. They have such meaty beef flavor. Just gorgeous, and they're super tender, and then you taste a little of the char and the smoke from them being grilled at high temperatures. So good, so good. So if you could seek them out, if your Mexican restaurant has them on the menu or can put them on the menu and you can request them, do, because when they're made right, they're delicious. So tripe tacos for our lunch. And like I said, I've never made them. If you feel comfortable doing that, I'm sure you can get a recipe online. But I usually go out for mine. Next, this is something you can make at home. This is a lovely, satisfying dish called straw and hay for dinner. So straw and hay starts with angel hair pasta. That's the straw, right? Or the hay. I don't know which. And you're going to basically make a Parmesan cream sauce that has either slices, chopped up prosciutto or ham, right, in it. So you're going to saute that first, little onions, the chopped up prosciutto or ham, and you get that to where it's a point of being just crispy enough in the olive oil. Season it beautifully. Make your angel hair, which takes, 6 minutes in the pot, and then you drain it. Save a little of the pasta water because that's going to make it all gorgeous. Add a little cream, and then add your pasta. And as you're mixing with good handfuls of Parmesan cheese, I might add, you're going to add frozen peas that either have been defrosted or while the ham is cooling down, just put your peas on top of it so that when you add the pasta, it's now starting to get all tossed together. So it's called straw and hay. First time I had that dish, I was it was with my parents. It was in a town away from where I lived and grew up, and they used to do it on a little push cart, and they used to make it at the table. And that was our favorite thing to do. We used to go there on special occasions and order the straw and hay, and they'd make it on the little table and then dish it up for us, and it was the best kid meal ever. So yes, that is our satisfying dinner for a 9 of Cups moment. It'll make you happy. See, I told you, I remember that from when I was a child. And I wouldn't have even thought about it until this came up and I paired it with the straw and hay for dinner. So yeah, think about all those things today, all those things that you remember that gave you joy. You'll be surprised at what comes up. All right, anyway, I hope you nourish yourself and nourish all those around you with your kitchen magic. See you tomorrow.